In 1859, Charles Darwin published a book called On the Origin of Species, which changed the world. It proposed a theory so shocking that some people still reject it today: the theory of evolution by natural selection. According to Darwin, all living things on Earth are related. We all share a common ancestor and have all changed over time through a process called natural selection. But what is natural selection, and how does it work? Let's find out in today's episode. We often think of evolution as a ladder leading to humans at the top and all other animals below us, but Darwin turned that around. He said that we're just one branch on the tree of life, related to all other branches, but no more advanced than any of them. The tree of life has been around for billions of years. Darwin argued that all species alive today have descended from a common ancestor. We all share a common ancestry and are related in ways that we didn't realize before. But if we all came from a common ancestor, why aren't we all the same? Why do we have so many different kinds of animals today? To answer that, Darwin proposed a mechanism he called natural selection. Imagine a group of beetles. Some are green and some are brown. If the trees they live on are also brown, the green beetles stand out and are easy for predators to spot. They get eaten, and the brown beetles are camouflaged so they're less likely to be eaten. As a result, the brown beetles survive and reproduce more often. They pass on their genes, including the genes that make them brown. Over time, this leads to more and more brown beetles until all the beetles are brown. This is natural selection in action. The environment, in this case the color of the trees, selects for certain traits, in this case brown coloration. Those traits can be any heritable characteristic like size, shape, or behavior. And they don't have to be beneficial. They just have to be passed down from parents to offspring. Here's another classic example, the peppered moth. Before the Industrial Revolution in England, most peppered moths were light-colored. Their bodies were speckled with dark spots, which helped camouflage them against light-colored trees. But during the Industrial Revolution, pollution killed many trees, turning them dark. Light-colored moths became easy prey for predators against the dark background, so dark-colored moths survived and reproduced more often. After a few generations, most peppered moths were dark-colored. When the trees started to turn light again after the Industrial Revolution, light-colored moths became better camouflaged and the pattern reversed. Now let's look at an example with behaviors. Male jewel beetles compete with each other to attract mates. Larger males are more successful. That means smaller males are less likely to get mates and pass on their genes. So over time, the average size of male jewel beetles has increased. This process of natural selection is still happening today. Scientists have observed it happening in real time, like with this beetle whose shell has become thicker in just a few generations. So natural selection is the mechanism that drives evolution, the change in the characteristics of a species over time. For natural selection to occur, there must be variation in a population, differences in the traits of individuals. There must also be a reason why some traits are more successful than others. Some traits might help an animal find food or reproduce. Then those traits get passed on to the next generation. But natural selection doesn't create perfect organisms. It just selects for traits that are successful in a particular environment. When the environment changes, new traits become beneficial and organisms continue to evolve. After Darwin published his theory, he was sometimes called the father of evolution. But he wasn't the first person to come up with the idea. People have been thinking about evolution for thousands of years. What Darwin did was propose a mechanism for how evolution works. He gave us a way to explain how life on Earth changed from simple to complex, from single-cell to multi-cell, from fish to amphibians, to reptiles, to mammals, to humans. Darwin's ideas were controversial when he first proposed them, but today they're the foundation of biology. If you want to know more about more intriguing theories, hit the notification button. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe for interesting theories.